गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलास महामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे। We will read 29th verse, page 89. Satyatvam badharahityam jagadbadhaikasakshinah बाधः किं साक्षिको ब्रूहि न त्वसाक्षिक इष्यते। अपनीतेषु मूर्तेषु यमूर्तं शिष्यते वियत् शक्येषु बाधितेष्वन्ते शिष्यते यत्तदेव तत्। सर्वबाधेन किञ्चित् चेत् यन किञ्चित् तदेव तत्। भाषा एवात्र भिद्यन्ते निर्बाधं तावदस्ति निर्बाधं तावदस्ति। We were seeing the topic of Taittiriya Upanishad. In that portion, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, this was to be discussed and taken from 28th verse to 36th verse. Already the earlier three topics has been completed. That the Brahman is other than 5 koshas. Second is it is internal most. Third, it is of the nature of self. And now the topic is of Anantatvam Satyam Jnanam Anantam. So here Vidyaranya Swamiji is now clarifying these 3 words in his own inimitable style. So what he says, we heard Satyam Satyam yesterday. Satyam was from 29 to 33rd verse. See, the Satyam word, when I say in the word that this is, in our worldly parlance, when we use the word, this is false, so this is true. It is speaking false. So, about which the notion or concept changes, that is called false. About which your notion has changed. Somebody you thought was not good person, and after few incidences you found that no, he is very good person. Then you say that my notion that he was bad was false. About something your concept changes, your conviction changes, then you say it is false. This is a very raw definition, a rough definition. There is more to add to it. Supposing, so in the world we use like that, this is false. I went to that shopkeeper and he took so much of money and he said, I will give you this product, but he was fake. Why? He gave a wrong product. So anything when about that thing, there is a total change in your understanding. Then you say that my understanding earlier about this issue or a person or action was false. You started a work and you thought it's a very simple work. You started as it's a very simple work. But when you started, you saw a lot of complications and a lot of work was there in that work. And after that experience, you will say, I was thinking this is a very easy work, but I was wrong. It was not that easy work. It was very difficult. Okay, supposing you married thinking that marriage life is full of joy and you are in the seventh heaven all the time, and after a few years of experiences in the marriage, 5 to 10 years, depending how much foolishness is there. So when you discovered that, you will say, I was false. Marriage was not like that, as I thought. I'm just giving few examples to illustrate my point. Few examples I'm giving. Or you thought the saints are only time passers. They have no work and they live a very comfortable, easy life. And when you came to them and you saw their life, their difficult life, then you saw I was wrong. It was not a simple life that they live. It's a difficult life to become a saint. साधु का हवन कठिन है, लंबा पेड़ खजूर, चढ़े तो चाखे प्रेम रस, गिरे तो चकनाचूर. So there is a khajur, the dates, very long trees, they are tall. If somebody, saints are like trying to get to that tall tree, climbing, if they can climb, they can taste the sweetest one. But if they slip at some level, they'll have a rock fall on the rock and gire to chaknachur. So they are totally shattered. So now you understand what it means to be a brahmachari or a swami after being in that shoes. Before that you can say it is easy to be a swami brahmachari. If you have not become, then now you will say, I did not know that this was so difficult. I did not know the challenges. I was wrong in thinking like that. I'm just giving few examples so that you can understand. Technically, the same thing is said, what is disproved by Praman. Something I was thinking, it is disproved by another means of knowledge is called false. Acha. And this is told here as Bad. Bad means negated. I'm repeating it, intellectual negation, not physical negation. The truth of something has been intellectually falsified. The truth of something has been falsified. Like 1 or 2-year-old boy, he is playing with the balloon. And you are also playing with this balloon, being a father or a mother. In his buddhi, balloon is real. And in your buddhi, balloon is going to now burst now or burst another 5 minutes, it won't be there. So you have already falsified that balloon intellectually, which he has not falsified. Therefore, he will cry once the balloon is bursting, and he will laugh. He will say, I knew this. It is going to blast. Understood the bad word, negated. How do you know that the world is negated? You don't need lot of world. Everything is negated. Everything in the world, family is negated, our body is negated, positions are negated, our status is negated, our relations, our house. It is simple thing to understand that everything is running towards the mouth of death. Yatha nadinam ambuvega. As the rivers rush towards the ocean, whole world is running towards its destruction. This I can understand, no problem. For here it is not difficult, and therefore it is said that the world is anityam or impermanent or ephemeral, whatever is there. What is more important to understand? That there should be a sakshi of that bad. If something is negated, so after negating all, you cannot say nobody is there. If something is negated, somebody has to be there to see the negation. And therefore, that is called satyam. That is called satyam. I always say that if you say something is false, there has to be some truth. Then only you can say this was wrong or this was false. False exists only because of truth only. Truth does not need a false, but false needs the truth to show itself. So, Bad kim sakshiko bruhi, na tu asakshika ishyate. There has to be witness of that truth, of that false. And that should not be negatable. If that witness is negatable, then also that will be false. Then how will you say that it was there? So this you heard yesterday, but you have to let the idea sink into you. Let it go into you much deeper. Give time to that idea. Learn to make it your own. Personalize this. So, natu asakshika ishyate. It is not without a sakshi. Who? False. False can't be without a sakshi. Because if you say false is without a sakshi, then everything is negated and nothing is there. There will be nobody to say that everything is negated. No, then I will say that something is not negated. If you say something is not negated, then it will become true. So both you will be in problem. If you have two options. Either you say everything is negated. Either you say something is not negated. If you say everything is negated, so who said this unless somebody was there to see that? That will be the truth. And if you say no, something is not negated, then also if something is not negated, then it will be the truth only, which is not negated. So both way you cannot run away from Satyam portion. I hope this point is clear. So, apaniteshu murteshu hi amurtam shishyate vyat shakyeshu baditeshu ante shishyate yat tadev tat. Is it clear now? You cannot say it is not there at all. I believe that the world is false, but there is nothing called truth. You cannot say like that. If you say everything is changing, nityam, anityam is there, so it is asatyam. So if you say, then you have to somehow say, this portion a person can say, you know where the people are stuck up. They think world is anityam. You don't need anything. Well, everything is impermanent. This is easy. क्या हुआ आज? नहीं? नहीं? So it is easy to say world is anityam. We all know that world is impermanent, but nobody says world is false. Because something is anityam, it will be false. This doesn't come to my mind. You know what is the problem in that? When I say world is not existing, will not be there. So I say it will not be there in future. But right now it is there. It may not be there in the future. Family will not be there in the future. But right now it is existing. At least let us enjoy now. जब नहीं रहेगा तो नहीं रहेगा. मरना तो ये तो खा के मरूं. So you say like that. But in future it won't be there. In past also it was not there. So we believe world is anitya, but we won't believe that world is asatya. Well, it will not be there. It is there, but it will not be there. So this is playing quite safe. Now Vedanta says, no, it is not like that. It is not now also. Well, but it will not be there in future. It is seen right now. How can you say it is not there right now? Well, it is not there right now because of the reason that earlier this world was not there, or this relation was not there, and later on also it won't be there. So, yesterday also I told, what is not in the beginning and not in the end, in between also it is not there. So, in between also it is not there. Another point is there, please see this my point. When you say world is existing, or X person is existing, so you mean to say it, you say it was not existing. Mr. X was not existing earlier and now it is existing. And now it will go to, again it will be not existing. You think from non-existence, existence of thing has come. You are saying that it was not existing earlier and now it is existing and again it will go to non-existence. That means from non-existence it has come and again in non-existence it will go away. If something has come from non-existent, it will be non-existent only. If the form was non-existent, your body's form was non-existent, which was not there fortunately, because the world was quieter place before you came. So, before the body came, shape was not there. And after the body has come, one shape has come, and again the shape will go away. I agree that. So that means non-existent shape has come and it will go back to non-existence. That means anything, any effect will not be, but its cause in another form. And therefore, effect also will be non-existence. That means my shape is non-existent. Even now it is non-existent. Because later on it will be non-existent. Oh. Yes. It is not there. It is not there, but it is appearing to be there. It is not there. Rather than everything is there, not there. No, not everything is not there. So, I am saying from anitya come to asatya. Instead of having the buddhi only that it will not be there, but presently it is there, you have to change it into it is not there, and it is not there also, even if it is seen also. This is a very big shift in person understanding. And therefore you have to come to the conclusion that the world is false. I'm not saying world will be false. I'm not saying body will be false. I'm saying world is false. Vedantis say, worldly person will say it will be false. I say no, it is false. It will be disappearing. No, it is disappearing. It is not there. This is where you need the teacher's presence. This is where the text will help you, Vedanta will help you. This understanding is difficult. Acha? Yes. And therefore Bhagavan has said one point. What point he has said? He said, Na sato vidyate bhava, na bhava vidyate sata. Only there are only two things. One is sat, other is asat. That which is present at all time is sat, and that which is not present at all time is asat. Na vidyate sato bhava. Asata bhava na vidyate. And satah abhava na vidyate. I hope you are understanding that point little. ये आसान नहीं होता है, because understanding is there, this is sat, we have samskar of something. We have vasana that this is sat, this is true. So challenge is to change the vasana. Understanding, two challenges there. First, understanding has to be changed, then vasana has to be changed. One is notional change, other is attitudinal change. And attitudinal change is difficult because that involves changing the mind track inside which is there. Changing the track of thinking is a challenging work. Understanding it for a time being, half an hour, is fine. But changing my track, regular tracks which I have formed about the world, that is not that easy work. And that is where you need to meditate more. I hope you are understanding. One or two more things we will see, and then we will move ahead. What is there? Wait, 30th slok we already saw, that in the room everything is shifted, you cannot shift the space. Shakyeshu bhatiteshu ante shishyate yat tadev tat. Now 31st slok. What is 31st slok? Sarva badhe sati, sati saptami is there. Sarva badhe sati na kinchit. If the opponent is saying, after you negate everything, nothing is there. Sarva badhe sati na kinchit. This should be noted, comma. Yat na kinchit. Now Shankaracharya Bhagavan says, Yat na kinchit. What you are saying, it is nothing. Tat tadev tat. Tadev tat. Underline that. That alone is sat. What we are saying, nothing will be there. That is, I am calling this sat, you are calling it nothing. That is only thing. I am calling it sat and you are calling it nothing. Acha? Then what is there? See, bole bhasha evatra vidyate. Our language is only changing. Our language is only changing. Don't worry. It is the same thing. When I came here, will you bring the mass? Mass, I thought mass मछली कहाँ से इन लोग खाएंगे? I did not know that in Zulu curd is called mass. Zulu curd is called mass. It is written also in that. When the curd came, I get, ये क्या है? बोले नहीं, this is called mass here. So same word. I call it curd, you call it mass. What does it matter? Yogurt also you can call, although curd and yogurt are different slightly. Very thick curd is yogurt, something like that. Flavored or thick, whatever is there. More processed you can call it. It is yogurt. Very thick is there, which people like more than curd. Because it is, Dr. Bhima used to bring that small yogurt. And I used to take it when I was having, now I don't take at all. So bhasha evatra vidyante. Your bhasha is different. Nirbadham tavadastihi. Nirbadham tavadastihi. Nirbadham means when everything is negated, that alone is there. You call it nothing, I call it Sat. Well, supposing I call nothing, why you are calling Sat? Because again I'll catch you. If you say nothing is there, somebody has to be there to see it, nothing is there. Has it been experienced or not? Yes. If something is experienced, then something exists to experience that. No, nobody is experienced. If nobody is experienced, then how can you say something was existing also if nobody was experiencing it? समझ रहे हो आप लोग? देखो ध्यान देना, one point till here we had seen. When you say Sat, something is Sat. So when you say something is existence, so when you see which is at all time it exists, roughly I am saying. If something is at all time, it has to be at all place also. Supposing I say you have to be good at all time. That means you have to be good at all place also. Then only you can be good at all time. Not in Germany you are good, in Joburg you are bad. You cannot be like that. So if something is at all time, it has to be at all place also. Third point. If something is at all time, it has to be in all objects also. If I have to be good at all time, I have to go good with everybody then. Then only I can be good with all people also and all things also. Even with the inert thing also I have to be good. So what is at all time has to be at all place and all object also. It is easy to say that it is at all time. Sat is at all time. And therefore Bhagavan said in Bhagavad Gita, after saying Nasato vidyate bhavana bhava vidyate sadha, after that he used another word, avinashi tu tad vidhi. Know that to be indestructible. Yena sarvam idam tatam, which is all pervading then. Next verse he says. So something should not change in time, something should not change in object, and something should not change in place, then only I'll call it Sat. I'm repeating it. If object also has changed, then it will not be considered as Sat. And therefore, Sat should not have a form and name. And therefore, Sat should not be a thought. Therefore, Sat should not be a Vasana. Name and form Sat? No. Thought is Sat? No. One round is there and cross comes. Why? Because thought changes. Or Sat, the Vasana or Prakriti is Sat? No. It is a sign that something is wrong. And this particular sound is there. Sound as symbol is there. In the computer if you work. You are doing wrong. Some people don't understand, still they keep on doing. So, that is wrong. You are putting a wrong effort there. Because all threes are varying. Form is varying. Earth is varying. Earth is varying. Water is changing. Cut. Fire is changing. Temperature changes. Global warming has more. Cut. Air is changing. It is more polluted. Space is changing. Early space can't change ho gaya. Space is same. No, space also changes. Where you don't have experience of space in the deep sleep, in the dream. Your experience about that has changed now. Will experience about my has changed? No, experience about you has not changed. Because you are the one consciousness. How can the experience about your ahankar may change? About your understanding may change. About your identity may change. But the one who is knower of all experience, he has not changed. Hiranyagarbha has changed. Prakriti has changed. When all the things are changing, after changing, something should be there changeless. If the changeless is not there, how can the change sustain? What was the substratum of the false? False needs a substratum. The mirage needs a desert. The snake needs a rope. The dream needs a dream seer. There is no experience in which the false is standing on its own feet. False will always be based on some truth which is not changing. So, what changes in time or space about experience about something changes, that is called false. So, if the false you agree, then there should be truth also which you have to agree. Okay, okay. And that will not be in time and space. That will not be an object. That will not be a shape. That will not be a thought. That will not be a concept. That will not be a samskar. That will not be some vasana. Vasana cannot be truth. Okay, okay. I hope this point is clear. Or up, churn more. Then only you'll get some butter. Otherwise, the ideas will be sitting somewhere. You have to churn and question yourself and answer yourself. Don't ask all the... Unless you have churned your questions and not got the answer, don't ask the answer. Because it won't be... If you churn, that answer will be yours after some time. The benefit is this. You have to discover your answer. And then you can find it out. Okay. I understand that. You can't say nothing is there. After Hiranyagar Prakriti, nothing is there. You cannot say like that. Acha. One more point will come, although it is not here. I will be digressing if I say. Let us see now. I have read this now, 32nd shlok. No. Ata eva shrutir. ये तो हो गया, 31st is clear now. Ata eva shrutir badhyam badhitva sheshayatyadaha sa esha neti netyatma it etat vyavritti rupatah. Shruti badhyam. Shruti, this is in Brother and Upanishad 3.9. So, Shruti negates. Ata eva. Don't think Shruti is negated. Shruti negates. Shruti is in nominative. Badhyam. What is negatable, it negates. And after negating, what is remaining, it holds. Sheshayati adaha. Adaha means sakshi. Sheshyati adaha. Where is what is adaha? Adaha. Sheshyati adaha. So Sheshyati adaha. And what Shruti says, next line. Sa esha neti neti. There should be noted comma. Neti neti. This neti is not that was done in the nose. वो neti nahi. Neti means not now, not now. So, बोले श्रुति ने कहा 2 बार नेति करिए, ये नहीं है. So, स एषः नेति नेति. Neti neti. Neti means naiti, not this, not this. Atma iti etat. Atma, देखो naiti. You have to break the sandhi. Well, such a long word is there. Nitya, I think from Israel's president, his name is there. So, Netanyahu, उनका नाम है नेत्यान्याहू. नेत्यान्याहू, नेता ने बोला, नेत्यान्याहू. स एषः नेति नेति आत्मा. Atma, niti niti atma, inverted comma. This is from the quotation. Iti etat vyavritti rupata. Iti etat vyavritti rupatah. So, vyavritti rupata means after negating, after removing what remains is that. What remains is that. Bole, where is the terrace? Bole, after the 4th floor you go. Bole, after going to the 4th floor, what I have to do? You will be there. You will not do anything. If fourth floor you go, you will be there already in the terrace. You don't have to climb another floor to go to the terrace. After fourth floor, it is terrace called. Okay. So Ata eva Shrutir Badhyam Bodhitva Sheshayati Adaha. Okay. So there has to be some truth. Some truth is there. Sayesh Neti Neti Atma. Now 1 or 2 points before I go to this next 33rd verse. Because what anything, one more point, although this is not written here. This is I'm just taking a diversion. Anything, supposing water is hot. So because water does not have its own heat, therefore it must be borrowing heat. If water was hot by nature, it won't be ever cold also. It is not its nature. If something is expressing not its nature, it has borrowed from somewhere. Body is alive. Body has life. Body by itself is inert, it can't have life. If it is showing the symptoms of life, that means that life has been borrowed life from something. So you say body is still living. Or you say mind is intelligent, but you know that mind is not intelligent. Because mind is not intelligent at all time, therefore intelligence of the mind is borrowed intelligence. If somebody is putting on very good clothes all of a sudden, so he has no clothes, such good clothes, then you say he has borrowed from someone. He has borrowed from someone. Similarly, when everything he see here, which is name and form is false, but still we feel it is real, that means it must be a borrowed reality from somewhere. This is said in Ramayana, Chinmaya Vashavarti Vishwam Akhilam Brahmadi Deva Sura Yat Satvat Amrishayu Bhati Saklam. Because of the truth of which everything appears as real. It is not real, but it is appearing as it has borrowed reality. So something is unreal and it should be seen as unreal. But because it is not seen as unreal, therefore it has borrowed reality. But we forget that it is borrowed reality and we put it as real. We don't see that borrowed one. This is one point is there. Second point. What is second point? When I say truth is there, so one really thinks truth is something objective. Truth will not be in space and time. This is Paramarthik Satya, not Vyavharik Satya. It will not be time, space and object. It will be, when I say it will not be in time, space and object, that means it will not be known as idam. It will not be known as this, because this will always be in time, space and object. And therefore it will be aham. It will be aham. I hope you're understanding that. It is anidam. So that means aham alone can be the truth. Idam cannot be the truth, because if idam is there, idam will always be false. Because idam is in time and space. So aham alone can be the truth. Oh. Because it will not change. Aham alone cannot change. Okay. Don't worry, I'll understand later on. I'm very tired. Because after sleeping in the night, I don't get sleep. भाई सत्य जो है जड़ नहीं हो सकता. Satya cannot be jad. Satya cannot be idam. Why? Because everything idam is in time and space. Anything in time and space will change. Satya cannot be a thought. Satya cannot be samskar. So what was beyond Prakriti there, it is beyond three bodies here, it is aham. So it has to be aham, and aham will be infinite. सत्य को अनंतम होना ही पड़ेगा. सत्य has to be अनंतम and aham. So aham, satyam, anantam. Let us now read. The same thing is echoed in the next verse. Idam rupam tu yadyavat tyaktum shakyate khilam ashakyo hi anidam rupah ashakyo hi anidam rupah sa atma badhavarjitah. So idam rupam, same thing what is said. Idam rupam tu yad yavat tyaktum. Whatever can be left is idam. कितनी अच्छी डेफिनेशन दी है idam की. Whatever is, what you cannot leave is called aham. What you can leave is called idam. So idam rupam tu yavat yad yavat tyaktum shakyate akhilam. I hope you understood that. Whatever can be left, can be taken away, is idam. And what cannot be taken away? Ashakyo hi anidam rupah. What cannot be left is ashakya, in anidam, sa atma, badvarjitah. That cannot be negated. That cannot be negated. Well, इससे में फायदा क्या होगा? इदम इदम अहम सत्यम, you know. Why to struggle so much? इदम इदम, भाई मान लिया कि सत्य, चलो मान लिया, हम ही सत्य हैं. हम तो हमेशा बोलते हैं कि हम ही सही बोल रहे हैं. No. I'm not talking of that That I'm not talking of. Will not that down. No, then I'm talking, that is your ahankar. Then what you are talking of? I am talking of that one which is non-negatable I, which is in deep sleep also, which is in pralay also. Oh, acha, thank you. So, ashakya hi anidam rupam. That is anidam rupa. Sa atma. That is atma. Acha, which cannot be negated. Why? Who will negate it? Even God cannot negate your atma. बोले भगवान ने आत्मा ले ली हमारी. भगवान ने हमारी अच्छी खासी आत्मा ले लिया. God has punished me by taking my atma. Who is saying? I am saying. So you are with atma, without atma. You are, if you are saying God has taken your atma, so you are without atma right now. Then how can you talk? How do you know this God has taken? If God has taken your atma, well, God is all powerful, you say. God is all powerful as far as idam topics are concerned. He cannot do anything where atma is there. मेरी आत्मा भगवान नहीं ले सकता. अरे कैसे लेगा आत्मा? There is no transaction in atma. Transaction is at imaginary level all. In the Maya, which is all pervading at all time, how can he take your atma? Thank God. So, ashakyaha hi anidam rupah sa atma badhavarjitah. These understand this point. So, satyam has been proved out of satyam jnanam anantam brahma. Oh. And please note, I am repeating it, this Atma is not localized Atma. This Atma is not one which is inside body. This Atma is not one which is Ronu Atma or laughing Atma, like laughing Buddha. Laughing Buddha has become decoration piece now. In the drawing rooms, one laughing Buddha. Lying Buddha is also there. And lot of different laughing Buddhas are there. आगे people use that decoration piece. ये कोई बात है कि laughing atma, crying atma, weeping atma, sleeping atma, that is number one atma. Number two is different. What I had explained yesterday. Shakyaha ashakyahi anidam rupaha. This is aham rupa atma. अच्छा अच्छा, सत्यम नहीं हो सकता कुछ. अच्छा 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 अच्छा, आई अंडरस्टैंड. आई एम अंडरस्टैंडिंग स्लोली. अच्छा, I hope it is now clear. Now this is the Satyam. Then why you are after chasing the false things? The point is this. Why you are after false relation? Yesterday evening also I said that sun does three level of discrimination. Sukh, Dukh, Vivek, Chit, Achit, Vivek and Satya, Sat, Vivek, if you remember in Bhagavad class. So Sukh, Dukh, Vivek, first you do where is Sukh, where is Dukh. This is easy one. At least you can find it out. Second level is Chit, Achit, Vivek, you do. What is inert and what is sentient and what is consciousness. And after that you come to Sat, Asat, Vivek, that this alone is Sat. And the other than thing, everything is Asatya. Acha, there is no point in chasing something Asatya, which is not there. No point, no. Acha, you are just beating around the bush. कुछ हो आएगा नहीं, मिले मिलेगा कुछ नहीं तुमको. What is got will be lost. Why? Because you are other than self, everything will be lost. It will be lost. It will not last. It will be lost. It is asatya. It is ephemeral, Guru they used to use the word. Ephemeral. It is transient. सोचो उसको. You drill in the mind. Day and night drill in the mind. बाप रे बाप. Drill in the mind. Only 1 hour is so drilling. Yes. This is what we have to put ourselves. Why to get so serious about this thing which is not there? ठीक है ना? Don't get so serious, so worried, so concerned. He said like that, she said like that. What is big thing about that? What he said and she said. I am not good looking. He is good looking. His looks are good. My look is not good. My look are very good. His look is not good. What? Who is looking your looks? Who is? Everybody has their own work. Who will see you? Whether you are good looking, not looking, who cares about that? Who bothers about the looks here? Who will be there to see? Even if somebody is praising, your look also will change. The person who is seeing his perception also will change. After some time, if he is after looks only and your looks will go after, then he will go for after some other look. He will look out for some other look. What does it matter? Your looks are there. ये सब कौन इतनी बड़ी चीज है? This is satyatvam. Let it be ingrained. Two things. What? What is false? And number one. Number two. What is true here? What is true here? What is satyam? What is true here? True has to be there. Truth has to be there. But it is not objective truth. It is subjective I, which is unlimited. Okay, understood that. Next verse. Siddham Brahmani Satyatvam Jnanatvam tu pureritam Swayamevanubhutitvat Ityadi vachanai sputam. Siddham. Siddham means proved, established. What? Satyatvam. I have proved the Satyatvam. Truthness I have proved. Well, now you prove, please, Jnanatvam. I already did it. Jnanatvam tu purayiritam. Earlier only I told about Jnanatvam. I won't repeat. But when did you tell? Swayameva anubhutitva. 13 to 22nd verse we saw. When I said it is not object of knowledge. It is not knowledge of object. It is the object of knowledge. Only one knowledge is there. Not many knowledges are there. And then that knowledge is self-effulgent. So much time we gave on that. So swayam evanubhutitvat, inverted comma, because this is a quotation. Ityadi vachanai sputam. Sputam means it's been proved. Clearly it was proved. Sputam. Acha, clearly, very clearly it was proved. Okay. You will not repeat. Why to repeat? It was said all the. So Jnanam is the one not that jnanam which knower known difference is there. That knowledge in which knower known difference is not there. That knowledge in which it is not the knowledge which is coming and going, like the knowledge of object, knowledge of this. This is a false knowledge. I told also. It is that knowledge which is not changing, which is not in time and space. That knowledge which is not objectifiable, which is not part, parcel and property of the body, which is all pervading, which is not limited. 3 things I had mentioned. Okay. Which is not two in two people. My knowledge is different, your knowledge is different. I'm not talking of that knowledge. Where this knowledge, where the shape, where the thought are coming and going. Thought are coming and going constantly. Thought are not coming from inertness. Thought are coming from that consciousness. That consciousness from which thought are coming and going. I'm talking of that jnanam. Okay. Thought are coming and going in me only. In that ocean of consciousness. Ocean of, just figuratively the ocean. Infinite consciousness. Why can't thought come from inert? If thought had come from inert, then it won't know anything. Thought has the nature of knowing something. Acha, So why not that knowledge should be finite? Who? That knowledge from which thought is coming and going. If it is finite, then the problem will be without the time and space, it won't be seen. But that knowledge is known also in the deep sleep, therefore it is infinite. So you don't say, I have the knowledge. I have the knowledge now. Knowledge was already there. You have the knowledge. You are knowledge. Generally we use such word. I have knowledge of this object. I am very knowledgeable. You are not knowledgeable. You are knowledge. Because when you say you are knowledgeable has become adjective of you. As if knowledge is dependent. But you are knowledgeable, no. Then you are knowledge. When you say, I am knowledgeable, that means you are not of the nature of knowledge, then you have knowledge. I am not saying you have knowledge, because anything you have, you can lose it. You don't have knowledge. There is no possessor and possessed relation between you and the knowledge. I have knowledge of science. I have knowledge of flying. I have knowledge of physics and chemistry. I have knowledge of medical. Generally, we use knowledge as something other than me. I have knowledge of Durban city. I've been living in last 25 years. Acha, I know where is Wal Vedant. Wal Vedant, huh? Wal Vedant. I have knowledge of where is Wal Vedant. Where Sardharma Ashram is there. There is Wal Vedant. I have the knowledge where is, what is it called, Phoenix. You take Higginson Highway and just straight you catch. Straight you go, don't move here and there. Straight. And after half an hour, don't see the milestone, see your watch. And then turn right. What is this way of indicating? But you have to turn right somewhere. Left. Acha, left is there. If you go straight, you will reach Verulam and Tonga. Airport. Verulam you won't reach. So first you will reach Verulam, then Tonga if you reach. If you keep on going, Bilito you will reach. Where Vimal's house was there. Balito was his house. He had built a house. You had to go inside that. Very far. Balito is more than 1 hour. But Verulam is around 50 minutes. So this is all in the same, this north coast. Acha, I know all these things. When you are saying you know, when you say you know, it means you are not knowledge. Because anything which you have, supposing I have bag, then you are not bag. Your stomach may be like bag. But you are not bag. So, so what you have, you cannot be that. Supposing, say, I have dog. That means you are not dog. Well, I understood example, leave, go ahead. So when you say that I have knowledge, that means you are not knowledge. The problem is here lying there. If you say I have knowledge, the question is the one who has knowledge. What is the nature of that? Non-knowledgeable I. That who does not know. Then is there. Well, supposing I say it is a non-knowledgeable I which knows. If it is a non-knowledgeable I which knows, then hundreds of knowledges are coming and going in you. Right? Hundreds of knowledges are coming and going in you. When there was no knowledge, objective knowledge, who are you? Who are you? Bole, I was there. If I was there, and if it was not of the nature of consciousness, then you will not know yourself. My problem is this here. You won't know yourself, but without any knowledge also you know yourself in samadhi and in deep sleep. That means you are already there without the time and space. That is the main knowledge. All knowledge are reflected knowledge. This is what my point is. Okay. In between, knowledge of the object is there, but actually the object is taken bath in the knowledge. Like you say, the light of the book, it is the book of the light. Light of the book is not there. Book does not have its own light. Book does not have its light. One light is there in which book is seeing. Book does not have its light. So in one frame, pure consciousness, all knowledges are coming and going. So swayamevānubhūtittvāt ityādi vachanai sphutam. This is concerning the knowledge jnanam, which does not have knower known dissection, which is infinite, which is self-effulgent, which is pure. Acha? Yes, which is I. Of course it is I. It cannot be something else. Oh. So generally we should not use the word that I have knowledge of this subject. You may use it, but don't make it real. You can use the vocabulary of the world in the world. Don't use Vedantic vocabulary in the world. People think you are mad. Transaction is difficult. Don't say, this person is Panch Mahabhut is my son. Don't say like that. Don't use such language. Bole, the mixture of consciousness and body called me, person I am talking. Don't use such words. You understand that. But don't say like that. Okay? Don't call somebody, oh body, come here. Come here, have the food. Body, you take his name. Take his name, Michael, Cyril, whatever is his name. Or Amjimnon Tata. So whatever name is there. So you can say, please come and have your food. Don't say, oh body, you don't address, oh reflected consciousness, how are you? So, this is for your understanding. You never use the Vedanta in your worldly language, but always talk to you in Vedantic language. Either in the language of devotee or in the language of pure consciousness. Supposing you say, my son is very ill, then you have to say to yourself, there is nothing called my son. Either he is God's son, I am a caretaker. I am a caretaker mother. I am acting mother, acting father. If you are a devotee, bhakti marg. If you are Gyan Margi, tab to it is very straight. Whose son? Consciousness doesn't have son. Body doesn't have son. Panch Mahabhut cannot be son of another Panch Mahabhut. Jeev can't be son of another Jeev. Atma cannot have any child. Whose son is here? It is all false. Lo. Khatam chutti kar diya Vedanta. Then how will I live? You just act. But that is very difficult because ahankar, our kam, krodh, attachment is so strong. Our wrong personality is so strong. It won't allow Vedanta to percolate. Somebody insulted me. Insult is of the body. I have nothing to do with the body. As somebody steps on your shadow, you don't say you have insulted me. As is the shadow, so is the body. Why are you differentiating between that? As is your shadow. Somebody is kicking your shadow and somebody is kicking your body. One is pratibhasik satta, other is vyavarik satta. I am paramarthik. I am the seer of both. Internally you educate yourself. Internally. Don't say anything outside. Or you talk to somebody who is Vedantin. But internally you say like that. Work and say, I am not working. I have nothing to do with the work. Working is not, Atma cannot work. Atma cannot go. Okay? So this is about Jnanam. Satyam Jnanam. He is now saying already I told it. And he is skipping after that. Now he is talking about Anantam. 35th verse. न व्यापित्वा देशतो नन्तः This is deshatu antah. न व्यापित्वा देशतो अन्तः नित्यत्वान्नापि कालतः न वस्तुतोऽपि सार्वात्म्या आनन्त्यं ब्रह्मणि त्रिधा. We'll see tomorrow in topic is there. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namah.